So as you can see, the C100 has a very ergonomic design here. It has a grip on the side that makes it very easy to shoot. You can unscrew this holder right here and adjust the angle of this grip for either low angle shooting, high angle shooting, or just eye level shooting. This grip up here is actually an accessory that allows for XLR inputs into the camera. All of our cameras have this accessory grip. It also has built-in microphones, a stereo microphone in the front, so that you can go internal microphone. It has an external microphone holder here. It also has the XLR inputs for either picking it off of a board or using a boom microphone. Okay. It also has an electronic viewfinder in the back that is angled for typical handheld use. We don't have a sunshade on this particular eye level finder, but it does work for especially bright light outside. On the other side of the camera here, we have control buttons that are allow you to easy access certain functions. We have the magnification button, which doesn't affect the actual shot but allows you to focus. It takes a part of the image and magnifies it so that you can have critical focus. We have peaking, another focus aid. Zebra stripes, which is an aid for exposure setting. A waveform monitor button here. And you'll notice as I'm pointing to these buttons, they have numbers on them. These buttons, you can assign these buttons to different functions if you want to. You don't have to be zebra or whatever. In the menu, I'll show you a little bit later, you can assign all these buttons to different functions. Here is the neutral density filter dial. It's actually a physical dial, and you obviously minus is a lower number and plus is a higher number neutral density filter. Here's your white balance button, auto white balance on and off, and also you have push auto iris. That's an instant auto iris for exposure control. Your ISO gain is here on button 13. Button 14 is your shutter button, and you push that button and you're able to control shutter functions. Now how you control that is there is a dial. You see this dial on the pistol grip? That is where you control the settings for auto exposure, or for your exposure settings, or for your shutter speed once you engage that in the menu. There's another magnification button on the grip, and then you have a joystick control. This will help you navigate through the menus, up and down, side to side, and push for set. There are more buttons underneath the viewfinder. As you can see here, there are the buttons that the transport control buttons, and you can assign any of these buttons with different functions as well. Slot select is the SD card slot. It's what it's referring to. Battery info if you want to turn the display on and off, and index. On the back of the camera you have headphone inputs. You have the remote control, which you won't be using. You have the HDMI output, and you have a USB output, and this is your DC in and out for when you connect your AC power. This is the input for the camera. The battery release, to get the battery out, is on this side underneath the grip. Pull that, and then you can take your battery out. On the front of the camera, record, stop, start is what it's called on a Canon camera. So you have one there and one here, and you also have a start stop on the audio grip, which is also a handle where you can carry the camera like this, And you can lock this so that you don't inadvertently start and stop a recording. And on the other side, as I said before, this is a one-shot autofocus that lets you autofocus an EF lens with autofocus turned on one time. This is just to help you get a quick focus.